Welcome back to the Bookworms Buddy. So I'm here for my wrap up and my TBR because I've not been reading a lot of books. I've not been choosing a lot of books, so I figured I'd put them both in one video like I used to do. So let's get started because it's very, very, very small. Books that I read for the month of June was The End, which is the final book to a series of unfortunate events. I think it wrapped up really, really well. I really enjoyed it. You know, some things were a little different than I expected, but that's perfectly fine. I really, really, really enjoyed this entire series, and as I have said from the start, it's a little dark for middle grade readers, I think, so I think it really needs to be knocked up to young adult because there are a lot of dark elements to the series. I really enjoyed the whole series, so, you know, if you can handle stories with just unfortunate events all the time, then pick up the series and give it a try. I rated this one, I believe, 4 stars. Yeah, so A Series of Unfortunate Events now comes to an end for me by Lemony Snicket. If you get a chance to read it, pick up the series. They're very fast, quick-paced reads. The other book that I read in the month of June is Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix, which is a tome. It was hard for me to actually be able to sit down and read this month, so it took me a few weeks to get through this when I can normally read it in a week. A book this size. So that it's really disappointing to me that I'm having such a hard time being able to sit down and read. But I did complete it on June 30th, and as I've said to you guys before, rereading this series, it's been a lot better for me, especially the first few books, because it really is middle grade. It is for young readers, but since I've read more middle grade books before I read the reread, I've enjoyed all of them just as much as, you know, anybody else now, because when I first read the series, it wasn't as enjoyable until I got to about book 4 or 5. But now the whole series has just been fantastic for me, and I'm really glad that we're reading this in my group. Only 2 more books to go. We were planning on finishing the whole series this year. Of course, it's no issue because there's only 7 books. But yeah, I rated this one 5 stars. I love that there's more action to it. There's more adventure. They're growing up. You know, you can actually see them grow up. And yeah, I just like how they all have their own personalities, and it's brilliantly written. And after I read the book, of course, I had to go watch the movie. And of course, we've got Umbridge in this one, and she's somebody that I just want to rip her face off. But yeah, I rated it 5 stars. Fantastic. I look forward to reading the next one. And if you've never read Harry Potter, you need to just really experience this world. This fantastic world of magic and creatures and great characters and a great school and all that great stuff. So yeah, if you ever get the chance, pick up the series and read it. So those are the 2 books that I read for June. And yeah, I don't see July being any better with reading, but I do have a book that I chose for the month of July, and that is going to be A Breath of Snow and Ashes by Diana Gabaldon. This is a huge book, well over 1,000 pages. It's probably actually, well, that's not even part of it. Yeah, this is almost 1,500 pages. So this is 1,439 pages. So I'm going to be reading it this month. I'm not sure if I'll be able to finish it. I did start it. I'm a couple pages in, so I'm enjoying the series, the Outlander series, and I'm hoping this one will go by quickly for me. But my daughter's been bugging me to get to this book so she could talk about it. So yeah, that is what I'm having on my TBR. I do have another book called Honey Girl. This is a review book that I got that I need to read. I'm not sure if I can get that in there to read it, so that's why I only chose this. If I do have time, if I do miraculously finish this book, then I will go to Honey Girl. So yes, that is my TBR for July. What are you guys reading? What have you read for June? And let me know in the comments below, and we will talk about it. Thanks guys for staying tuned, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.